First of all, what is the reason for that? Why that year was so good for you? And outlook going forward, what are the positive and negatives working for Maruti?
The year was good for us, I think partly because the government fuel policy finally stabilized and we had a system over the year where people knew what to expect and the gap between petrol and diesel was not artificially as high as it had become at one point of time. So that led to people, A, moving towards more petrol cars because the benefit of diesel was much less. And it also meant that the first-time car buyers could now come back to the market and not be tempted by the diesel factor.
So another important thing which you said was that for the first time there will be a diesel car in auto segments. What is the need for that? And they'll be first, Maruti is also going to be the first in that segment. What is the need for that?
It's all based on customer demands. People are wanting different options for different things. You know, we are no longer living in an economy where people are content with one size fits all. You have so many variants of all products today. And I think that is what leads to people buying products.
Is it also important because the entry-level segment is not doing good as it was doing earlier? The sales are falling there. Is it also because of that that you want to introduce a diesel segment in auto segment?
The entry-level segment picked up last year. It went up by several points last year, from 37 or something to 43%. So as I said, last year it started picking up again after 2-3 years of bad years because fuel prices were favorable, inflation rates were favorable, interest rates were coming down. So all of those things will work this year also. I think entry-level segment will not decline this year either.
So 10 to 11% growth you are now seeing or expecting in this financial year.
Yeah.
What are the reasons for that? Why are you bullish about that?
It's not particularly bullish because that's the kind of growth we've already had in this last year. And I think next year will be in all respects more favorable than the last year was. So there is little reason to believe that if in 14-15, when the conditions were not as favorable as they will be in 15-16, we could get 11% growth. That in 15-16, we should be content with anything less than 11%.
So one last question. So this, because this is auto, which is diesel, going to be diesel, is it going to give good margins to the company as well? Is it another reason why company will come into that segment?
I really can't comment on the margin at this stage till we introduce the product and have it priced and look at the margins. I don't know.